System analyze. In this project, we made an application called To-Do app. To-Do app consists of several features, namely text, note, and other. This application aims to make it easy for the user to take note on everything he wants to need to note and can remind the user about the text he has to carry out. In making this application, we used Adobe XD to create a prototype and Android Studio to build the application with Kotlin.
Next, we will discuss about the wireframe. What is wireframe? Wireframe is a design created as an initial description of how the user interface of an application. In general, a wireframe only looks in the form of lines and boxes that govern of the layout of the elements in the application to be met. So, why we should use a wireframe before we make an application? Wireframe will give an overview for us the layout of the application, so all the people that involved in the project will know how the application will be made.
The UI UX. The UI in UI design stands for user interface. User interface is the graphical layer of an application. It consists of the buttons click on, the text they read, the images, sliders, text entry fields, and all the rest of the items that user interacts with. This includes screen layout, transition, any sort of visual element, interaction, or animation must all be designed. And what is UX design? UX stands for user experience. The user experience of the app is determined by how they interact with it. Is the experience smooth and intuitive, or clunky and confusing? Does navigating the app feel logical, or does it feel arbitrary? Does interacting with the app give people the sense that they are efficiently accomplishing the task they set out to achieve? Or so, what is the difference between UI and UX? Look at the screen. UX determines about the value of valuable, accessible, desirable, credible, useful for user, or satisfiable, like user is satisfied by using our application and convenient. And about the UI, it's all about the user interface. There is color scheme, content, buttons, form, typography, layout, and image. Yeah.
Why we use Kotlin? We implement Kotlin programming language in this project because we think Kotlin has a more simple code than Java, and we want to learn about the other programming language other than Java.
Supporting tools on making this project. In this project, we use Adobe XD to make the prototype of our To-Do app. What is Adobe XD? Adobe XD is a vector-based user experience design tool for web. Adobe XD is a vector-based user experience design tool for web apps and mobile apps. Developed and published by Adobe Inc., it is available for macOS and Windows. Although there are versions for iOS and Android to help preview the result of work directly on mobile devices, XD supports website wireframing and creating click-through prototypes. Wireframe. What is wireframe? Wireframe is a graphical skeleton of a website that guides the content and concept of the page and help the designer and clients to discuss the details of the website building. The simple wireframe is a kind of low fidelity design. It consists lines, boxes, and grayscale colors. The black and white layout can easily present the main information group, draw the outline of the structure and layout, and express the main visual of the user interface. So, why is wireframe important? Similar to the blue, why is wireframe important? Similar to the blueprint of a building, the wireframe specifies the details of the whole project and the initial stage as the project description. Because it is simple and fast to draw, the wireframe is often used for the informal occasion such as the internal communication. This is about our color. The color that we use to fulfill the requirement for our project is like this on the screen. There is so much color and the theme of the color is earth tone.
The font that we use in this application are the M-Sans and Fachran fonts. The reason why we use two fonts in our application is we want to display more attractive design for our application to use because our application is like a reminder application and we use both for free from Google Fonts. In this project and in our application, namely To Do, we have three features. There are tasks, alarms, and notes. But in this project, we only use dummy data because in this project, it's more focused to the UI and UX of the application and sensor in Android. First, we're gonna discuss about proximity sensor. Proximity sensor have a function to protect our phone touchscreen from the accidental touches. This is will very useful when we're making a phone call because when we have a phone call, our phone will press to our ear and the sensor will turn off the screen, the touch screen. So when we make a phone call, the touch screen will be off. And the proximity sensor itself usually is located at the top and next to the front camera. And for example, the application that use the sensor is WhatsApp. For example, when you have a phone call in WhatsApp and you answer it, the WhatsApp, when we have a phone that we press to our ear, the WhatsApp will turn off our touch screen and the screen will be more dim and the touch screen cannot be touched. That's the example how the sensor is working. And next, in our application, in our project, we use this sensor in our dashboard. For example, we have here, and when, as you can see, and when I cover up the sensor, it will be dimmer. But when it can be dimmer than before. That's the sensor proximity is working. Second, we will discuss about the gyroscope sensor. Gyroscope sensor is an accelerometer supporting to determine with certainty the orientation of our phone position. For example, this sensor will be used in the game application. When we use the racing games, the sensor will detect, for example, we play racing games, and when we move our device to turn to the right of or the left, the sensor will detect the position. And in this project, in this application, we implement the sensor at task background. For example, this is our application, and then when we click atas and then when I tilt my phone to the
Ben Shneiderman reveals his 8 golden rules of interface design. The first is strive of consistency. By utilizing familiar icons, colors, menu hierarchy, call to action, and user flows when designing similar situation and sequence of action. Standardizing the way information is conveying ensures users are able to apply knowledge from one click to another without the need to learn new representation for the same action. So in this project, we applicate about strive for consistency by using our color that stay in the theme is brown, and we just use to kind of